place that only allows for a certain class to do these certain things, or certain people from certain backgrounds.
What about
advance.
A basic level of under? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we say that there's a basic level? And I'm not going to say you're. So to me, dumb is the low end, right? Are you dumb or are you smart? Now, I would say that I have met plenty of professionals who are not people I would say are smart or intelligent.
In the way that we're talking about Marcus is the thing.
Okay.
How he's played as, the so-called dumb jock. So can the architect be this? I'm pretty sure they can. I'm pretty sure they can pass some math classes and whatever and get a job. I'm pretty sure millions have probably done it. Maybe not millions. I don't know how many architects there are out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it can happen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that it could be anybody, but it's very easy to put it as the
and then
sports,
dumb or smart is
athlete.
Such an unquantifiable thing.
Yeah, it's very much
because it's so
could be
loaded.
Ditzy or whatever.
It's very loaded because a lot of times people will call you dumb because or will act as if you're dumb or feel that you're dumb because of the way you present, and just because you're different.
Yeah,
right?
Or like trouble communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Not even trouble, just the way you communicate could be different. It could be an accent.
Yeah.
It could be not being quick-witted. Yeah, all sorts of things. I mean, being shy.
Yeah.
Mike brought up, at his firm, they kind of survived it, but this one guy who was a trust fund baby basically offed himself.
He's a trust fund baby. In fact, I got to tell Sheila about that because we had dinner with him a couple times.
And he needed to tell Sheila that. Trust fund baby is a very specific term about class.
Yeah.
It's not looked at the same way as if calling someone ghetto, though.
No.
Right? But all it is, you call somebody ghetto or a welfare queen, right? It's, oh, you're so bad. You don't work and you just got living off of the few $1,000s from the government, right? But a trust fund baby, someone or something, provided a trust for them, and probably a good bit if you where more than the welfare queen or the ghetto person, and just basically, just live off of that and live good from not your own work.
Right. And I mean, I think that is where the dividing line is. None of the people here are, quote, trust fund babies. Like, they really wouldn't qualify in that. I don't feel like it, because I think part of what Mike is saying here, he's communicating that the trust fund baby is the one who jumped from the rooftop when times got tough. And I don't think that they view themselves. I think they, even though they're professionals and they're of a certain socio and economic class, they're not in the trust fund baby class. And I think they are, in a way, it's like a dig, like you're looking down on it. Yeah, he jumped from the roof. Yeah, we had he was unstable, right? So, and it's a criticism.
Some people, I think it may be one person in the comments about Troy, about Robin and Mike.
Robin?
In Waiting to Exhale.
Oh, okay.
Was that
Robin
Michael was possibly a trust fund baby?
Interesting.
Is it Michael? Yeah.
Wendell. Yeah, the one who was
Wendell Pierce.
Wendell Pierce. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hadn't really fully considered that.
Now that I'm saying this, it just seems like Tyler Perry took characters' names from Waiting to Exhale, because I was getting confused. I was like, Troy, Michael, wait, hold on, what's going on?
Did he take Troy the names from Waiting to Exhale?
It's Troy and Michael, who Robin was with.
Okay, let's talk about it. Troy was the guy who had the leather suit on, the leather in the summertime, and had the kid and all that on the balcony scene. That was Troy. Then you have Michael, who was the Wendell Pierce character, the one who was a little pudgy, that worked with her.
Yeah.
And
who was Leon?
Leon was Russell. We didn't get a Russell in this movie. Yeah. That would have been the telltale. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to take it all the way. But okay, Michael is like one of the most common names under the sun.
But Michael and Troy both dealing with the same woman.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay. Listen, why are you trying to drop all these revelations? I guarantee some of these connections are connections you're not going to hear anywhere else.
No, you're definitely not. Okay. This is what happens when I watch movies and stuff, though, and talk about them.
Well, because we're sitting there like brainstorming stuff, where you're like, hey, what if this is how we came up with most of those fan theories that we have on the Axiom Amnesia channel. That's not this channel, but the other one, is just, well, what if? Well, wait a minute, did you see that? And I mean, even other stuff that we never caught, like how Michael from Waiting to Exhale, how he basically took the condom off and tossed it away. Some of you swear that that's the wrapper he's tossing, but if you look closely, he's tossing the condom
it's
away.
The condom, because in the scene, what happens was he had trouble putting it on, and then he got frustrated and threw it away.
Yes,
that's not throwing the wrapper away, but I like to look at the movies
context,
in the context
as well.
Yeah.
And then people try to explain away. Oh, it's just a bad edit. Okay, all right.
No, it's not a bad edit. It's you throw two different things away when you have
he threw the
a condom
away.
and a wrapper. So
nobody caught it though. That's what happened. Forrest Whitaker put that Easter egg in there, and you didn't catch it.
Man, I don't know how nobody caught that.
Well, I didn't catch. I mean, I've seen that movie a gajillion times.
I've been seeing that forever. I just never.
And I never caught it until we were doing the video about it.
Oh, well.
It's just,
Stuff happens.
You're a casual viewer. So anyway, back to this whole idea. I was saying that Angela is actually smarter than Marcus.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
So, yeah.
And I think that creates perhaps some level of issue between the two of them, right? Because think about it. Angela, and this is why she might be treating him like a child in some ways, because she's like, I can't even talk to you. I can't even explain to you how I came up with the chemical formulas for whatever.
She maybe just got with him for the money, right? Dumb athlete, got some money.
Could be, or they just, I don't want to think that about Angela, but
I don't know these people.
I don't know. I think she probably really, did like him and love him. And I think she loves him. I don't think it was about that. But what I do think
But the money can be a thing, right? All these things add up to why you would get with someone.
Yeah.
Maybe if he was the same guy and he was intellectually superior, then maybe it wouldn't have worked out. Maybe he wouldn't have been arguing back and forth with her so much.
Well, yeah. I don't know. But I do think that could be part of their issue that they're having there. You guys let me know. Do you think Angela is smarter than Marcus? I think he is, but tell us what you think in the comments. So anyway, they've had this whole trip and everything. Well, how has it advanced the storyline of Angela and Marcus? It just solidified for me that Marcus is playing the typical dumb jock trope.
Nothing that happens on this trip advances it at all. The only thing that happened was she talked about the phone thing. That's it. Even later on, nothing really, we'll talk about that later, but yeah, nothing here advances. I don't know why they're in these scenes, but for comedy. I guess, he was a lie detector. They advance other people's story.
Okay, that could happen.
Yeah, crutch character.
He got mad because I said we spent our last.
So the ladies are together and they are having a massage and in the spa area, and they get to talking. Of course, they're talking about their relationships, and we see where Sheila is explaining how Troy was upset that she had said that they spent their last to be there on this trip. And she asks the other ladies if she was wrong. Angela says, well, did you spend your last? And then Sheila's like, yes. And she said, then you weren't wrong.
Was I wrong?
Did you spend your last?
Yeah.
Well, then you weren't wrong.
So I think this tells us a lot about Angela, though, as a character. She's going to be very transparent. She's not into the, I'm going to say this to make you feel better, or I'm really like thinking about
or
your
who
feelings.
You say it in front of.
Who you say it in front of. Exactly. She's like not that, to me, she's not that socially sophisticated in terms of playing this game of that the rest of the group plays, right? Socially.
I don't know, but is it a game?
Well, I mean, I call it a game, but basically what they're
game
what the
has
social,
certain connotations.
Okay, so she's not with the same social norms as the majority of the rest of the group that she's dealing with, right? Their norms of decorum would say that when somebody does something rude, you don't get rude right back to them, that there's a certain way you conduct yourself. You should be loud. You should not be loud.
Yeah,
and
but more
boisterous,
specifically, we're talking about her saying things that are true in front of people that could be embarrassing. Right.
And she's just not, that's not how she operates. She just feels like you're not wrong if you're speaking the truth. That is Angela's feeling about it all.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about her. her position on transparency.
And she basically just says Troy needs a job, right? But then if he get a job, he gonna start talking back.
And then when he gets a job, he's going to start talking back to you.
He gonna be staying out late. He gonna tell you how much money he's making, how much more he's making.
And how much he making more than you and how he could be doing better than you.
Dr. Patricia says you sound jealous,
You sound so jealous.
right? When she says all this stuff, because it's insinuating that, you know, she's talking about Marcus. But I don't know if jealousy is the word, right? Because she's talking about actual grievances. Like, she was making good points about what was going on with her relationship with Marcus, but it's because it's her and how she said it. Then she's jealous of her husband, who would be so-called staying out late, throwing it in her face of how much more money he's making than her. Just constantly talking about how much money he's making.
I don't want to control him. I just want him to do what I say.
Well, okay, so I think we have to rewind and look at the history of that relationship, at least the part that we are aware of from the last movie, where she was constantly talking about how much money he was not making. So it will make sense that this will be the thing that he's touting. But I want to start with the very first thing she says, which is that he's going to get a job and then he's going to start talking back. Who talks about their husband in this way, like he talks back to me? That sounds like something that you say to don't talk back to me is what you say to a child. And so I feel in a lot of ways like I don't even want to use this word because it sounds all, but infantilization, right? Of this man, like you're acting like he is a child. And in her mind, I think maybe that's how she started to categorize him, because she felt like she had to take care of him financially. She had to deal with his mess. And, so he's like a grown child who now is out of control. She even talks about how, because Pat says, hey, maybe you loosen up your grip and that'll give you a better. And she's like, he gonna run like a wild dog if I loosen my grip.
God loosen up my grip. He gonna run like a wild dog.
Why do you feel like you need to have a man on a leash? I mean, or anybody on a leash for that matter, but you're controlling him the way somebody would try to control their children. And actually, even these days, people don't control their kids like that.
Yeah, but I think talking back couldn't just be that when she says something,